Correct. That's the theme for today. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's get some music going. You know what? Yeah. I want something relaxing. So that. Okay. All right. Let's open up the chat. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now it's time to start. Except, look, give me just a sec for the reference. Find something to look out for. Okay. Alright, let's start. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing okay. Let's think of something to draw. This is like one of the first times when I'm like getting to Inktober before I thought really about what I'm gonna draw. So why don't you come with me on this exploration journey? Okay. What am I thinking? Crooked. I'm kind of imagining like a like this weird character lady. Not about that hand. Okay. Hey man, what's up? Did you see the cover art that we finally posted, by the way? For the Gypsy Danger. Yeah, look at it on like Instagram or Twitter or something. Posted it everywhere. Hey, hey, Alfart. What's up? Thank you. Something's minor. I think I know what. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this, like, super stupid idea. Getting pretty nuts. Let's see. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go see Blade Runner, but not everybody could go today again, so we're like moving it to like Tuesday, and we're finally gonna watch it. I assume. Okay. Give me just a second. Let's look up. Let's look up Bones. What does this shit even look like? Oh geez. The vertebrae and shit. How can I twist it even more? Okay. Alright, let's make it into a square. Start thinking about our Inktober. Can we move her head, I wonder? Let's see if we can. Cool. Looks okay to me. Oh shit. Okay. Getting to horror a bit. A lot of people are telling me it's good, and I'm very excited to see it. Okay, let's gently erase it all a bit. Oh. Now start working the lines. Our one layer. One layer ink brush. I'm like looking at how James Jean does his inks, or used to do his inks. It's kind of like what inspires me for these, because I think they're like really interesting. I think that's the kind of thing I'm going for with these. Let's see. You know, I'm gonna talk about something in a second. Let's see. Landscape painting is difficult. It's not, I don't know, like I used to think so. But now I'm just kind of like, it's the same as character painting. It's as difficult. It's just like a different thing. If you've been doing like characters all the time, you'll suddenly go like, "Whoa, my God, this is so weird and completely different." But no, it's the same. You just don't have any experience with it. Anyway, so I've been kind of interested in two movies, Mother and The Shape of Water. And the reason I was interested in them is because my favorite dude, James Jean, painted the posters, right? So I'm like, that's cool. And now fucking... Oh shit. And now, like, recently that I got, like, really interested in Blade Runner, I discovered that he decided to go ahead and paint the poster for that one, too. It's like... What is this? Is he doing it on purpose? Not, of course not, right? But, like... like, what the hell? How does this keep happening? Yeah, like to just like be like, Anton, I know you're there. Nah, I'm sure he's just like occupied with his like fucking kid. Man, I fucking hate it. Like, I'm so in love with his work, and he's like my favorite, right? And of course, he has to be the one that's like the most elusive and like impossible to like fucking stalk. It's just like, come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? Well, not like stalk him. But like, I want to know everything about it. Like, I want to get into his fucking brain. I want to. Cause if we were Highlanders, I'd be after his head. Like, you know. Can we get... Alright. Like, usually, like, stalking is like an actual act of stalking is done for some reason, right? And when I say stalk, I just mean like be on his like Instagram and everything. And he's there, but he's very like careful. He doesn't reveal anything about his like not his art. Like, he services the crowd, but not me. And I want to know more. I want to know his process. I want to know his fucking thought, like, mind space. And you can only get clues about it, you know? Because it's like never gonna be revealed. Because he's very like secretive, and not like secretive, but more like he values his personal space. He's like a very much an introverted kind of type of artist. He doesn't want the spotlight on his own face other than his art. Like, I feel like even interviews he does reluctantly, you know? Watch out for my brain. See, I don't need to. I'm not like him. I would like openly like invite everybody. Not like the actual like problematic stalkers, of course. Like this would be like a problem, but I'm like much more open. Yet somehow he's the one. Maybe that's the key. Like he's so secretive that it works for him. But then again, I'm not. Like me being secretive and completely like unseen only hurt me artistically. So I don't know. Maybe only like when you're big, secrecy helps, but not when you're like starting out. That's gonna be my idea as of now, I guess. I'm not super sure about her mouth. It's like a little bit stupid looking. Like durr. Let's fix it. Let's see. Looks not too bad from far away. Yeah, anyway, I'm like, so here's the thing about the album, by the way. Here's something that you guys don't know, or I don't think you know. Unless you hang out with me like in like art groups, or like on Discord and shit, you don't know that I'm actually doing more art for this album. That's not it. You haven't seen all of it. There are like 7 more character paintings. 7 more character paintings to go with 7 tracks. 1 per each album track. You know? Oh, that's what's been bothering me, I think. Okay, looks better now. Anyway, yeah, so here's the gist of it. The fucking... Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, there are 7 tracks on the album, and we wanted to represent each track with a track. I'm sorry, with a little painting, you know, like a little square character painting to represent each track. And I almost finished all of them. And like I have like what? Let's see, 6 done out of 7. Well, almost 6. The band is gonna upload a track each day leading up to the album release, I think. Or just like revealing like a piece of art or something each day, and they will be posting it, and I will be posting it too, daily. And so hyped. And you'll see more art about that, like from that album that I did for it. There will be one that's like a zombie, a spoopy one, like a spoopy devil. One that's like, what do we call it? One would be of the, like, you know, remember if you've seen the album art, it would be one of the almost like mascot at this point, the chub demon. And more. Like, I tried my best. One of them made me feel like I'm doing art for, like, Pokemon or something, actually. Isn't that cool? Right. This is almost as if I was, like, kind of drawing with pencil, too. It's not really, but it's so, like, light, even though it's, like, technically still ink. Alright, so I had a story that I wanted to tell you, but I'm, like, forgetting about it. Oh, by the way, I should switch to this eraser. Don't want my hair to be too much of this. By the way, I don't know, like, do you guys follow the channel on YouTube that I did the art for, remember? The Down the Rabbit Hole? Like, the other day, Frederick uploaded a new video, and it was about the Mouse Utopia experiments. You know, like the one they based, like, The Secret of Nim on? Like, about, like, the research the Dr. Calhoun did with, like, his Norwegian rats, and later his albino mice. It was very interesting, and I fucking loved it. It was, like, amazing. Like, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend watching it, but in like just one sentence, basically what, like, it's about, like, how like, it's very apocalyptic. That's what I like about it, and it's also very spooky. Like, so it's perfect for like Halloween. The whole channel is perfect for Halloween, really. But simply put, what happens? Yes, the Sonichu video. All of them are great. I love all of them. But okay, so what happens in that one? It's probably my new favorite. Like, I don't know, but the guy does an experiment. It's about fucking mice, and his idea is that he wants to research the effect of population density on society and habitat, and like just like how animals react, basically. So what he did, he created like a perfect habitat. He was a lot of experience working with animals, so he knew what he was doing. So he created like a perfect habitat for originally rats, but then later he switched to mice. And it was basically an environment where they have a perfect utopia. They don't need any food. They have like plenty. They don't need to hunt or anything. They are like free from starvation. They don't need to like worry about diseases. Like it would say, like the environment would like completely safeguard them from diseases and from the predators. So all they just needed to do is just to exist there, basically. And they observed like the rodents, and it just basically like it kind of got really dark and really apocalyptic. Like, here's an example. The thing is, like, those environments, they could support like for like up to thousands of rodents, yet it never got that far. It never got like past like hundreds. And the reason for that is because the more they existed in that environment, the more it became impossible for the rodents to stay true to their like nature, basically. So they started like exhibiting like pathological behaviors. It was like super interesting. And of course the doomsayer in him is like relating that to humans. Basically the idea is that, hey, see, this is what happens to rodents, and we're kind of seeing similar things happen to human in overcrowded populated like cities, right? So aren't you scared, motherfuckers? That's basically his idea. Because like first, like, he'd have like a lot of weird like homosexual mice. He'd have like mice that basically are like, you know, like the milady kind of mice, like, you know, like they didn't do anything, they wouldn't compete with anyone, just like be like fat, bloated, and anti-social outcasts mice. It's really alarming. Of course, there's like, it's very different from what would happen to people, because people aren't fucking mice or rodents in general. But like the thing that spooks me is that the idea that this kind of shit is built in nature. You have like a perfect utopia for an animal, even though it's like not self-aware, sure, but come on, like it could just prosper. It didn't even like get to the crisis of overpopulation because like there would be like not enough space for them or something. It just straight up never got there. Because what kept happening, like there would be not enough males allowing proper reproduction. Too many rapists and murderers, basically, in like mice terms. And too many females would lose ability to raise their young beyond weaning, basically not enabling more rats or mice to grow fully into adults. and each new generation would be weirder and different, you know, and it would be even more unable to really exhibit any kind of good behavior. So that's where it gets spooky, kind of. Makes me like think of a lot of like perfectly spooky horror type of things. I don't know, maybe I'm like because I'm like drawing and shit, like it's not like sounding like super interesting, but it's very, I don't know, I found it very intriguing, and they basically created like a natural hell by trying to make it like utopian for mice / rats. Which I thought was interesting. Anyway, when we're finally done with the Gypsy Danger art, by the way, I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna be streaming or trying to stream some of my personal illustration art. I don't think I've streamed any of it so far, so it'll be interesting to show you guys. Kind of almost like, yeah, really hyped for that. Alright, how are we looking? We're looking okay, it's not too bad. Okay, I don't want to get too hard on the lines for this. By the way, here's something interesting. The music we're listening to is actually made by an artist. The artist's name is like Tor Lundvall or Lundvall. I'm not sure. I think he's like, his parents are Norwegian or something, but he's New York based. He like paints like interesting, colorful landscapes. I think it's worth checking out. Like they're not like particular, like, you know, like perfect concept art like landscape shit, but they're very unique and they're definitely colorful. At the very least, I think it's good inspiration fuel for like maybe even a palette or something. At the very least. You know, like if you're careful, you can borrow palettes from other paintings, you know? Oh shit. Be careful not to switch to black too much. Or press that button. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's leave this fucking shit alone, because I'm like not gonna leave it. Let's move to hands. Okay. Do you want to bet that I'm gonna feel ill again? Yeah, Chaos, look, just don't let me stop you. Go to sleep, man. You'll see this Inktober materialize soon enough. Like I hoping not to. Hoping not to spend too much time on it. That's like my intention. I want all Inktober's to be relatively quick. At least I'm hoping to. Damn it. Do you like how I tastefully censor these ones? Let's get fucking serious. Every artist whines at some point about how hands are hard. That's like a rite of passage, you know. Like if you're like an artist and you never whine about how hands are hard, you've never drawn hands. Which is weird. Come on, draw some. Why aren't you drawing hands? It's weird. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is like breaking some fingers. This looks okay. Yeah. Ah. Wake up at 6. Hey, that's what I do. I wake up at 6 every day. That's too much. Yes. Like, you know what's like kind of sad? You know that all of this like stuff that you're doing at this point with this kind of thing, it's like cool and all, but like this is really gonna come to life when you're doing like the heavy, fat, or as some would say, thick ink layers. So like later down the line. It will be like quicker. Because you like doing like very simple, quick, basically like brush pen ink gestures. At least that's what I'm gonna do. Like, you know how like I did like the floral pattern yesterday? Today's gonna be the same, but instead of floral patterns, I'm gonna be going for gore. I very rarely go into like horror themes because I just, you know, like I'm so shit at them, even though I'd like to explore more. Like, I'm really excited. I want to do more gore. Not gore, but like more horror stuff. It sounds like really interesting to me, at least. Like, whenever I do horror, it's fun, but it just never really works out for me that often. Alright. Okay, guys, let's fucking go for this. So kind of difficult because like I'm not changing my brush size. It's all like how lightly or heavily I tap it. God damn. Okay. Concentration. Oh. Okay. I need to like look into spines because I want to make sure that it feels like it. You know what I mean? Okay. Things are getting somewhat gruesome. Goddamn. Alright guys, I have a question for you. I'm planning on maybe drinking for tomorrow's stream and being kind of drunk. What do you guys think? Like, as a maybe. Yep. Hmm. It's like a jump in sensitivity, and I'm not like super into it. It's not like super smooth the way I'd like it. Let's see. Okay. 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 Nope. Light touches. This is like what I'm learning, what this approach is all about. Like, if usually with paint, like, I apply it very, like, thick, very, like, you know, generously. This one is more like about, like, just light, very gentle, very light touches. No. Okay. Okay. Almost there. I feel like we're almost there. Night, night. Here we go. Okay. I think this is it. This is where I'm gonna stop this. Whew. Feels alright. And with this duty fulfilled, it's finally time for me to go to bed. Alright. Okay, gang. Thanks for hanging out. I know this like was a really late stream, but had to do some stuff. Promise I'll be on earlier today. Thank you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.